don't serve none of that fancy shit they got topside. If that's what you're looking for, you might want to head somewhere else. You buying? You better be buying. I don't do small talk. First of all, I didn't ask what you thought of it. Second, don't blow smoke up my ass. We both know it ain't nice. Down here? Like that's somehow different from other bars? Worse, maybe? That's what you're implying? What are you? A structural engineer? Some mass egghead? I know full well what down here implies. Yeah? Alright. Well, bye.
You know, I like the Terra Brew uniforms so much.
I hope your Deimos ship has been serving you well. Any questions? For me, I mean.
Oh, yes, thank you so much. And just so you know, I definitely will not be drinking this on the job. Definitely not.
Yeah, what is it? Yeah? Always. Point the way and we'll be off. do you think happened aboard this ship?
Might as well take what we can.
Get ready! Situation here.
If we could somehow restore power to this door, we might be able to discover what's inside.
Ooh, that jump looked painful. Not doing that.
Not sure if those Baroon zealots live in space.
Aquila City is lucky that Hope Tech still deals with them after the reception I've gotten. I come here offering business, employment opportunities, and they practically spit in my face. I'm a senior vice president. Cut my teeth with mineral acquisitions for some of the pricier things we need for the ships. I was really looking forward to having my own region to manage. But now... Me? I did something wrong. Let me explain. So Ron Hope assigns me to Aquila City, and I'm excited, right? Could be a plum assignment. But I need a place to sleep here, so I bought some prime real estate for me and my girl. And damn it, you'd think I plowed through a sacred burial site. Listen, I'm not the one selling some priceless historical manor. That's not on me. And give them the satisfaction? Never. Thanks for hearing me out. Hope you have a better day than I've had. Who the who? Wait. Hassanov. You mean the family that owned this manor? Oh, hell. Elias Cartwright. That man's always had it out for me. My credits are as good as anyone else around here. I got a business proposition. 10,000 credits, and I take that alleged will off your hands. No questions asked. Suit yourself. But there's no way Elias Cartwright or any of those other core snobs will offer you anything close.
So you sold 3 pickups today?
Yeah, might get some more on the back end. Your casserole sealed the deal.
Don't you need to wait for the contract to be signed?
This ain't the UC. We shook hands and the deal's done. Should have the contract signed tomorrow.
My cousin works for Deimos, and he says the approval process for a big deal can take months.
That's life under the boot for you. Business keeps going this good, and it'll make dealing with these pretentious core jerks worth it.
My. You aren't from around here, are you? I'll take Aggies over the Rock any day. Who wants to get drunk when there's rangers all around?
I don't suppose you still have that will handy, I committed the great sin of the fact it was in the core is apparent. Everyone seems to think the core is some kind of, well, real estate is real estate. I don't give a damn where it is. The place was for sale and I bought it. I didn't cheat or do anything wrong. If people don't like it that an outsider bought one, and there goes one of the few good people on this planet.
Hey, I heard you had Dunlops.
Saw your ship come in.
Like I said, be careful. I'd rather you forget the whole Hassanov business rather than getting hurt. You got it! That's wonderful! But Blake Aldwell... Let me think back. There was a Blake. Might be we can track him or any surviving kin down. I'll get my lawyer on this. Frank Langston's in for a rude surprise. And we can maybe see a Hassanov return back to the core. They helped make the Freestar Collective. If they have living heirs, well, it's more than I could have hoped for. You've more than earned this. You've done the city a great service. You're standing on one of the oldest inhabited planets in the settled systems. History? Ah, you must be referring to The Rock. It's home to the largest and oldest cantina in town. That's also where the Council of Governors holds its occasional strategy meetings. As mayor of the city, I have a seat on the council. The Freestar Rangers are headquartered in the upper floors. They've got the best view of the city. I like to think that means they're always keeping an eye on the rest of us. I have to say, I sleep a little easier knowing the Marshal and his Rangers are up there protecting the Freestar Collective. You really are new around here, aren't you? Aquila's every bit as dangerous as it is beautiful. There are creatures out there that pose a mortal danger to anyone caught out in the open. Foremost among them is the Ashtar. They're quick, strong, clever, and damn good hunters. I'd tell you more, but you might not sleep so good. Thankfully, the wall keeps them out. Long as you stay on the right side of it, you've got nothing to worry about. You've got a few choices there. The cantina in the Rock is famed throughout the settled systems for serving the best brew that credits can buy. The hitching post ain't been open long, but most folks seem to like it. If you're looking for a quick drink before moving on, give it a try. Aggie's is a bit of an acquired taste, you might say. Folks who prefer a venue that's a little more rough and tumble tend to feel at home there. Like I said, lots of options. Have a wonderful visit.
I used to get really grossed out by blood, but I'm used to it
now. Just making my way. Better this than being some dust wrangler on Montara Luna.
If you're looking for the Rangers, check the upper levels or the cantina.
Work up. Aquila is really the heart of the Freestar Collective.
The mayor's all right. Always painting too rosy a picture, though.
A year or two back, I shared a drink with Ron Hope. That man can drink.
Welcome to Diego Monroe, at your service. Well, if you're asking me to toot my own horn, I will oblige. I'm a senior ranger. I coordinate all manner of things, great and small, for our outfit. If you've ever seen the mission board, that's my baby. It's restricted to rangers, though. Just about the hardest way possible. I had, shall we say, a checkered past. Rangers caught me dead to rights and offered a deal. Leniency if I helped take down my, criminal associates. So I took the deal. It was real touch and go, but a lot of bad guys went down. Why, yes I was. Not a half bad one either. Might have gotten a little too cocky, tempted fate too many times, but mainly, I underestimated the Rangers. Big mistake. No friends of mine. Truth be told, I barely had a choice to work for them. But they were behind bars, and so was I. But I served my sentence. Searched the dark recesses of the soul. I realized the only time I felt genuinely good about myself was working with the Rangers. So after a parole for the very best of behaviors, I nagged the Rangers night and day until they gave me a chance. Haven't looked back since. Adios.
Ashtar sometimes spotted, but Rock might have some work for someone like you.
A lot of famous people visit Aquila.
Hey, Deputy!
Popping back a beer, you never know who you'll meet.
Got into a tussle with a Shaw Gang smuggling ship in Kodos orbit. Had to limp back to Aquila City, with my ride mostly in one piece. It was a bit of a hard landing, you might say. Got a few broken ribs and a concussion. Turns out one of those ribs punctured a lung. Had a breathing tube in for a spell, but that's gone now. Seems I'm healing up pretty good. Last I saw, it was on fire and doing a swan dive into the Kodos sky. I appreciate you saying so. Truth is, I've been in tougher scrapes than that. But here I am, still carrying on. Right now, not much of anything. Doc says I need a rest. Meanwhile, I've been trying to make myself useful, reading dispatches and reports and such. That way, when I'm cleared for field duty, I'll know the lay of the land.
You should try Bill Burr's
too much
beer.
time at my
It's
terminal.
brewed in the city and
I specialize
it
in
ain't bad.
cryptography. A lot of smugglers use coded slates, so it comes in handy.
You thirsty? Got all sorts of booze. And other stuff, if you... Sad to see you go. You come back, all right?
We got a lot of bars in the city, all class joints. Well, except Aggie's.
Might be hard work.
Hey there, Deputy.
Well, I know Annie's been trying to rope you into her spy schemes.
I'm gonna be the youngest ranger trainee who ever lived.
You kidding? She's an angel.
Just let me drink it.
Emily and I
She
have
looks up
big
to you and the
plans.
Marshal.
Criminals,
Trying to keep
beware.
track of the bad guys is just...
I'm doing just great. I'm
I just
following up
hope
on a
it's not
lead.
teaching her to judge people too much.
Well, more like a hunch. A ranger surveillance assistant's work is never done.
Reminds me of her mother a little bit.
I have a notebook
Why,
full of it.
thank you, August.
The city is crawling with litterers, and some people use very bad words. Mom says it's not a crime, but anytime I say something, I get grounded. So I keep my eye on it. If you see anything fishy, come grab me.
Well, hey there.
Late one night, Annie Wilcox tried to arrest me for public indecency. She'll be a terror.
I can patch you. If you're hurt or need medical supplies, then you came to the right place. Otherwise, overall, not too bad. People keep me hopping all the time. Mainly it's minor scruffs, bruises, the occasional broken arm. The real work is when someone gets attacked by an Ashta. Those are the bad times. Stay safe. I mean it.
Ah, the new deputy. Take care of yourself out there.
You're probably looking for Mary.
The Rock isn't exactly massed, but as seats of government go, it's still quite an impressive structure.
Keela's one of the oldest cities in settled systems. There's not enough to do around here.
Let me know if you need anything. Lousy. To put it bluntly, the trade authority is muscling in on my business. So far, I've kept them at bay, but they've been stepping up their game lately. They got all their tricks. Intimidation, extortion, bribery, blackmail. Nothing's off the table. Of course, everyone turns a blind eye as long as the Council of Governors finds their services useful. So, I'm on my own. But that's my problem, not yours. I have a feeling you'll be back.
The UC might want to steer clear of the stretch. Lots of crime over there.
Ask anyone. Here's my current inventory.
What can I help you with?
I'd take
This song
any
has got me
assignment for
so
just
zoned.
standing around.
Lady, there's no way in hell I'm giving you this. This slate brings me closer to her. As her biggest fan, I feel like I deserve to have it. I didn't steal anything. Borealis always says her music belongs to her fans. So I just took what was mine. I don't know. I think it is. I'm not giving up this slate. Well, if you bloody had any, maybe we could talk. Sure.
Maybe you'd like to try a velocity.
When you have a moment, I'd like to speak to you. Remember our last conversation, when you told me the artifacts made you feel like you were being pulled across the entire galaxy? Well, it got me thinking, so I dove into our archives and started looking through Constellation's older journal entries. Just because I wasn't familiar with the experience you described, doesn't mean the same might have been true for my predecessor. Really? I'm surprised that I haven't. After reading those journals, all of the pleasant memories of my time spent with Aja just started flooding back. She absolutely was. Aja was the one that taught me the ropes at Constellation and took me under her wing as her protege. Now that you mention it, you're probably right. Either way, we logged quite a few interesting discoveries together. Honestly, it wasn't so much what Aja and I discovered in our travels. It was the journey that was memorable. We catalogued unusual stellar phenomena, a few habitable worlds, and some unique life forms, but nothing SSNN would bother to report. Exactly. For me, it was all about the quieter moments. There was nothing quite like sitting back and watching space bend while listening to Aja spin vivid stories to fill the time. Oh, I find that sort of cozy isolation the best way to really get to know someone. I'll be certain to watch my back. You know, all this talk about Aja reminds me that my time with her was a gift. I miss her dearly. I wasn't gunning for her spot. In fact, everyone at Constellation was surprised when she announced she was retiring and moving to Parima 2. Come to think of it, if we're ever out that far, perhaps we could pay her a visit, and I could make proper introductions. Well, I don't expect you to be a carbon copy of Aja. Just be yourself. You see, it's clear that we share the same hunger to discover what's out there. And that, well, that's what intrigues me about you. I don't know if I deserve to be that close to anyone right now. If you knew about the things that I've done, the way my life's unfolded, I think your opinion of me might change. Please, give me some time. I have to go.